Hello and welcome to another section of Further Maths. Today we'll be doing a quick review of linear inequalities in one variable. Now when we're talking about this, for example, there's a question here. We say find the solution set of the following inequality and logarithms. Now let's go straight into solving question 1. Question 1 says 3x plus 2 less than or equal to x plus 4. Now the first thing we have to do here is to collect like terms. Now collecting like terms simply means taking the x terms into one side, and those constant terms that doesn't have any alphabet attached to them, you take it to the other side. So we now have a function of this nature, 3x. If this x comes to this way, it becomes minus x. To be less than or equal to, we have our 4 here, and plus 2 cross over to this side becomes minus 2. So with this we now have 2x to be less than or equal to 2. So with this we now have our x to be less than or equal to 2 over 2, which is equal to 1. So the value of our x here is equals 1. So from this expression, when you solve this inequality, 3x plus 2 is less than or equal to x plus 4, the value of our x is equals 1. Now we're going to question number 2, and there we have x plus 3 over 2 minus x over 4 plus 1 to be greater than or equal to 2 minus x over 8. With this, let's make everything here to be a fraction so that we take the LCM. Taking the LCM of the denominator. So we now have LCM of 2, 4 and 1 is 4. So we now have 4 divided by 2 is 2. You open your bracket, you have your x plus 3 minus 4 divided by 4 is 1 times x. You still have your x plus 4 divided by 1 is 4. Then we have plus 4 with the greater and equal to sign. Then at this point we now have 2 minus x over 8. So the next thing we have to do here is to deal with the brackets, because according to board maths have stated it clearly that you deal with the bracket operations, division, multiplication, addition and subtractions. So we have our bracket here. The first thing we have to do is dealing with the bracket. So we now have 2 times x, which is 2x, 2 times 3 plus 6. Then we have a minus x plus 4 over 4 should be greater or equal to 2 minus x over 8. Now let's do the simple arithmetic that is being found up here. 2x minus x is x. 6 plus 4 is plus 10 over 4 to be greater than or equal to 2 minus x over 8. So the next step is for us to cross multiply. So in cross multiplication we now have a function of this kind. So 8 times x here is 8x plus 8 times 10 is 18. Then it's greater or equal to 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times is minus 4x. So with this we still collect like terms, just like what we did in the first. Collect like terms. So we now have 8x this is minus 4x. If it crosses over to this other side, it becomes plus. So we have 8x plus 4x to be greater or equal to, now this is 8. If this crosses over to this side, it becomes minus 80. So therefore our inequality becomes 8x plus 4x is 12x to be greater or equal to 8 minus this will now give us minus 72. So the value of our x is now greater than or equal to minus 72 over 12. So with this, we can still have it that the value of 2 goes into 72 36 times, so it's minus 36 over 6, and this goes into here 6 times, so we have minus 6. So therefore the value of our x is minus 6. So with this, it can be brought to us that when you do this analysis, these inequalities, in solving these inequalities, applying all the basic rules, you have that 72 divided by 12 is 6. So the value of your x is equals minus 6. So let's go to the last part of our revision, which happens to be, let's call it our question number 3, and this part is called the logarithms. Let's solve logarithms. And now the question we have here from our question is log x raised to the power 2 base 3 minus log x raised to the power 6 base 3 plus 8 equals 0. Now in solving this logarithm, remember the rule of logarithm that if we have addition of logarithm, then the answer will be multiplication, and if you have subtraction, your analysis will be what? Division. So in this sense, we have x squared minus log x 6x raised to the power 6 plus 8. So let's take the constant term to this other side of the equation. So we now have log x squared base 3 minus log x raised to the power 6 base 3 equals minus 8. Now with this, perform subtraction of logarithms, because we have log 3 base x squared minus log 3 log x6 base 3. So since they have common base, we have log 3 x squared divided by log 6. So this should be in bracket, which is equal to minus 8. So with this, x squared divided by this will now give us log x to the power minus 4 base 3 to be equal to minus 8. So from this point, remember the rule of logarithm, transferring the power to the back side of it, which is minus 4 log x base 3 is equals minus 8. Now we divide both sides by minus 4. So we have log x base 3 minus 4 divided by minus 4 is equal to minus 8 over minus 4. So that minus 4 cancels minus 4. We now have minus 8 goes here 2 times. So log 3 base x is equal to 2. So with this, x is equals 3 raised to the power 2, which is equal to 9. So from the above evaluation, when you have this question in evaluating this log x squared base 3 minus log x6 base 3 plus 8 equals 0, the value of our x is equals to 9. To refresh your memory on what we've just discussed, take the test you see on the screen and do well to use this lesson notes on the platform for better information on the topic we've discussed. Feel free to always drop your questions on the comment section. See you in our next lesson. Thank you.